Welcome everybody and myself Kamal Yadav. So this is the beginning of the series of webinar for BZ14. We'll be doing 3-4 webinar for BZ14 and today we are doing the first out of those. So the topics that we are going to cover today are the soft lock mechanism, the benefit, the difference, web-based reporting, configuration, and the view format of the reports and the payroll part. So we'll first begin with the soft log option. Now in BZ14 we have the choice between the soft lock and the hard lock, that is the dongle actually. So there is a technology difference between these two. Both have their benefits and have their limitation. Hardware lock, you don't require internet connection at all. For soft lock, you need internet connection at the time of registration and activation of the key. Then you need internet connection once in a 30 days. Otherwise, your BZ will again come in a demo mode if you are not having internet connection in last 30 days. Now, the limitation with the dongle is that it can be lost. It's like a hardware device. If it lost, you have to buy the new one. But soft lock license, it's the soft key. If it deleted, you can get it back. You can save it anywhere on the email. So there is no chance of getting it lost in case of soft lock registration. So both the options are there. Soft lock is there, hardware lock is there. You have to be careful while suggesting this to the clients that you need internet connection once in a 30 days. And one more difference is that hardware lock you can use in more than one computer, but once at a time. You can plug in into one computer, then you can take it back, you can plug it in another computer in your home once, then in the evening you can use in your office. Like this, you can rotate it. But soft lock, it will be bind with the hard disk of the machine. So these are the differences between two. So even the users of BZ12, 3.9 or 3.6 or any other user, if they want soft lock facility, they can upgrade to BZ14. So the process is very simple and it is protected by your username and password for your account. So we will see the mechanism, how actually it works. So we'll come to the BZ. This is my BZ14. And in the license management, in the menu, main menu, license management, there is a soft lock registration. We'll go there. So you need internet connection for this. This will be live registration on our server. Now a serial number and activation key is required. Serial number will be given to you on the box, like you are having the serial number of the dongle. There will be serial number on the soft lock also. But one more thing will be given, that is the registration file. So this is my sample soft lock. I can try to register. This is the serial number. And the activation key. This activation key will be there in the box, inside the box. This is the serial number, this is the activation key. Both will be provided you on the box, and these two things can also be emailed to you if required. So these are two things. This activation key is unique for this serial number. Means you cannot register this activation key with any other serial number, and this serial number cannot be registered with any other activation key. So this is just the dummy key I have created. Let's try to validate it. Validation means it will check that this serial number belongs to the soft lock, not of the hardware lock. This will check. And this serial number is not already registered. All these things will be checked when we will be doing the validation. Now these are the field we need to fill. These field, these are like the user registration card that currently you are filling manually. You can fill it here. Install by, installation date, invoice number, organization, business, address, city, country. Country will be picked automatically using this current IP address. This will be picked automatically. Contact person, designation, phone number, mobile number, fax. Okay. So this is the registration details. I have filled them. Now the main things, email ID and the registration password. This is very crucial. If any time you lost your soft log, you want it back, you will be using this email ID and the password. Even for the first time, the soft log will be sent to you on your registered email ID. So you have to give your email ID here. Now your registration password. This password is not of your email. This is the registration password. With this password, this email ID and this serial number, we will register you on our server. So any password you need to give here. Now you will register. At the time of registration, sometimes the antivirus, they will give you one message that this software is trying to send something out of this machine. Should it be allowed or not? You can allow it. If still antivirus is creating the problem, for 1 or 2 minutes, you can disconnect that. So there is some temporary error with the internet. Please make sure that your antivirus has not stopped working with the software or try the mail. There can be some problem with the antivirus. So the software was registered, but we were not able to get the file. We can again provide these details. Okay. Email ID, your password. So there are some temporary issue, not a problem. So what you will get on your email is, we will fix it out, we will find it out why this is creating the problem, we will find it out, but still I will tell you the each and every process here, that after registration you will get a file on your email, and you need to come on your email ID, copy that file, and this is the message that you will get. Do you want to allow this? Yes. Let's try one more time. We have allowed that in our antivirus warning. Try it one more time. Okay, last time we are trying it, then other we will proceed. Okay, so there is some compatibility issue with the antivirus. We will fix it out, not an issue. So what you need to do, a file will be sent on your email ID. You need to copy that file in the BusyWin folder. A file will be there with the serial number and the version and model will be mentioned, like it will be similar to your upgradation file. You need to paste it here in the C BusyWin. That's it. This is the registration. When you start your busy again, it will show you the message that soft lock file has been found, and it will start in the, if it's in the enterprise multi-user, it will start in the EM mode or like that. Then there are many other options there. I'll tell you one by one. Let's come to the registration again. As I told you, we require internet connection on the machine where we want this file to be copied. So there can be some cases where client, they don't want to run internet on their server. So what they can do, they can get the system information file of that machine, and let's say this is my server. I have generated a system info file .bmf, means on the server there is no internet connection. I will take this file and get the registration file for this server on any other machine. So what I will do, soft lock registration. Now I will come to other machine where there is internet. This is not my server, and for server I have already generated a system info file. I will copy that file and bring on this machine, and I will give the path. So what does it mean? It means that I am doing the registration for my server sitting on the client machine. So you need internet connection, but it is not mandatory that you need internet connection on this server. If there is no internet connection on the server, still you can get the registration file for that server. So again the process will be same. Okay, so what are the other options? Revalidate soft lock license. As I told you, validation is required every 30 days. Every 30 days you need to validate it. Suppose you have done the activation on the 1st, and again you use your internet connection on 5th, but you didn't use internet connection on 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. You again use it on 10th. So 10th was the last day when you used your internet connection. Now you need to get it registered after 30 days of 10th. So last internet connection when you plugged in on your machine, it will take 30 days from that. Whenever it will find internet, it will get registered automatically. So it will be revalidation automatically. So only you need to make it sure that once in a 30 days you need to have the internet connection. Suppose the 30 days expire, you are not having any internet connection, then what to do? You can plug the internet connection, then revalidate soft lock file. Here there is the option of revalidate soft lock file. Just plug the internet connection, revalidate it. Busy will connect your computer to the busy server, and the file in your busy bin folder, soft lock file, it will be registered automatically. Now what happens if you lost the file? The system is formatted, it's deleted from your email ID, you have not copied the file, still you can get your file back. This is the advantage. Get soft lock license file, give the serial number, so we'll try to fix it later on. We'll work why it's not happening, not a problem. We'll give the email ID, okay. So again the our problem is the antivirus. We will fix it out as I told you. Okay, so again, if you lost your file, you can get it back using these three things: serial number, email ID, and the registration password. Then again on your email ID, file will be sent to you. What you need to make sure you never forget this password. If you forget your email ID or password, you need to contact us. You need to send us email that for this serial number you lost your email ID and password. Then we will provide you file on your email ID. What can be the other options? This is for dongle as usual. Now what happens if you want to change your system? Suppose the file was registered on computer A, now you want to continue on computer B. What are the options? You need to contact us through email or by calling us that this is the scene, your file was registered for computer A, now we want it for computer B. We will send you again the file for the computer B. And what happens to the computer A file? Because now the file is registered with the computer B, after 1 month on computer A, it will stop automatically because it won't be revalidated. So maximum 1 month they can use for the computer A. This is the maximum they can do. Then it will be shifted to computer B. Okay. So what happens if your hard disk is damaged, is corrupted, and you have a new hard disk? Again, you need to contact us that this is the scenario. You want your file for the new hard disk. You can provide us the hard disk serial number. We will send you the file for the new hard disk. So these are the various options for the soft lock registration. It has the benefits over the hardware lock that it cannot be lost, but you need internet connection, and I think their internet connection not a problem. In even the remote areas, you will find internet connection very easily. So we'll move on to the next option. Okay. We will do the payroll management. This is our payroll management. So the good thing about the payroll in Busy is it's configurable everywhere. Everything is configurable here. Each and every minute thing you can configure yourself. It is integrated with the accounting. It's not just the payroll. you will get the accounting also. So there are modes, salary modes, monthly, daily wages, production, payment modes are configurable, salary structure is configurable, overtime, leave encashment, bonus management is there, and statutory reports in India for the ESI generation and the PF is there. So we will see the configuration of the payroll and what are the reports available, what are the entries available in the payroll. We'll come to the busy 14. So soft lock is available for basic, standard and enterprise. All the models you can get the soft lock in busy 14. Now the payroll is the part of enterprise. You can see if any of your client they want to use payroll, they must have the enterprise edition of busy. Okay, the first configuration is here. What can be the salary modes? Monthly salary, what is the default mode? Default means by default it will take this mode, but it is changeable at the time of posting the voucher. We will create the bank. Daily wages, that's a cash. Production, let's check. So what does it means when I say I will be paying monthly salary, default mode, bank transfer, and the bank is bank one. So this is the, again I will repeat, this is the default mode, but it is very much changeable when you will be doing the transaction of the salary. And this bank does not means our bank. This bank one means the bank in which our employees they are having their account, not our bank. So there can be multiple banks of the employee. So at the time of doing the voucher posting, we can change it. Here we will give that configuration which is mostly likely to happen in most of the cases. Let's say 70% they are having their account in bank one, so we'll give bank one here. Now round of option. So what is gross salary, net salary and net payable? These are three terms. I will briefly explain you. Gross salary, let's say the basic salary, DA, HRA. These are the part of your gross salary. It can be anything without HRA. It can be only basic. It can be basic plus DA. So it's configurable from company to company, country to country. So this is the gross salary. Now what is the net salary? When statutory deduction is done in the gross salary, like in India, PF is deducted. This gross salary minus statutory deduction is your net salary. Now the net payable. Even after the net salary, there can be some adjustment. Adjustment can be plus and minus. The plus adjustment can be your mobile reimbursement. We are giving mobile reimbursement as a part of our net payable. That is not the part of your gross salary, not the part of your net salary, but still you are giving with the salary. So we will add it. Advance. You can deduct advance from the employee account and you can configure how much you want to deduct. So the net payable can be additive, they can be, adjustment can be additive, they can be subtractive. So after the adjustment, the figure that comes is the net payable. You can maintain overtime also. You can maintain images and notes with the master and voucher. This images and notes, the concept is quite similar, but we do with the item and account images. Exactly same. Similarly, notes can be maintained. You want to maintain passport number, visa contact detail for the employee. Now the main thing, whether you want payroll separate or you want to integrate with your account. If you want to integrate, you need to specify the accounting treatment. It can be payment, it can be journal. So now this is our accounting. What is the default mode of salary? Let's say salary is already there. Let me tag it there. Cash, your cash account, not the employee cash account. Means the account from where the money will be credited. It will be going out from your pocket. Check. Let's say you will be paying through bank 2. This is your account, your bank account. Bank transfer you will be doing from, let's say, bank 1. It can be same with the employee and your bank. We will do these things later on. So anything you will be doing wrong, it will show you the warning. Let's say, what is our invalid gross round of category. We need to specify the upper limit or the lower limit. Okay, now we can save it. So this is the first part of the payroll management. We have other configuration also. Now the components. What are the salary components? Few are by default created. Let's see them one by one. Basic salary is there, DA is there, house rent allowance is there, transport allowance is there. So these are the part of earning. See, salary component, there can be 3 type of masters. They can be earning, deductions and adjustments. So for earnings, they are automatically created. Basic, let's see the basic. There is a name, short name. Basic you cannot actually change. This is the by default created. It's always absolute amount. Let's see the structure of the DA. I will explain you the structure one by one. There will be a short name. It will pick automatically, but you can change it. Type of master, earning. Now we are saying we will be paying our employee DA. But DA you will be paying as a part of salary, but will you pay DA in case of leave encashment also? If somebody is working on Sunday, you are paying them salary, will you pay DA also or only basic? Affect unpaid days means when you will be deducting salary of the employees for the unpaid days, will DA be considered in that? If somebody is doing overtime, should DA be considered in that, yes or no? Now the calculation, how much you want to calculate DA. It can be absolute amount, it can be percentage. Now if it is percentage, should it be calculated on basic or gross? Gross means the gross salary up to DA. Suppose the sequence is like this. I am just giving an example. The sequence is like this: basic salary, HRA, then DA. And if you say your DA will be calculated on gross, then DA will be calculated on your basic salary plus HRA. This is the meaning of gross. Now there is one more option, selective. It's purely configurable. How you want your DA to be collected? Basic and HRA. You can configure. HRA only take 50%. This is also possible. So as I told you, our structure is the most configurable salary structure. You can configure each and everything. The default value you can provide here. You want round off. Now the limits. Upper limit means DA can be any amount. It can be 1 lakh, 2 lakh, unlimited. It can be unlimited amount. There is no check. If you say limit means, if you say DA, it can be maximum 10,000. DA 10% will be calculated on basic, but maximum limit is 10,000. It will never cross the 10,000 limit. When as soon as it reaches the 10,000, it will be freeze there. It can be below 10,000, but it can never be more than 10,000. Another option is the limit of component amount. So this means the component on which the DA we are calculating, never take that component more than 10,000. I am explaining you my example. My example is my DA is getting calculated on basic, but basic can be 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. So there is a direct relation between basic and DA, but I want to freeze the maximum limit of basic that can be taken into account for the calculation of DA. So my maximum limit for basic is 10,000. As soon as basic reaches 10,000, it will always be calculated on 10,000 if it's 11, 12, 13, 14. So this is the meaning of the setting the limits. Now the accounting part, what should be debited? You can create a separate account for DA or you can tag it with the salary, because I have enabled my Accounting, it is asking me the accounting again and again. Okay, now we will create some more master for the components. Let's say provident fund, PF. It's a statutory deduction. What type of deduction is that? You can specify here. Now account to be credited, because you will be deducting these from the account of the employee and later on you will deposit that with the government. You can create an head here. Then again these same things here where you want it affect calculation, how you are calculating your provident fund, and there is one more option, contribution. So in case of deduction, there is a contribution of, you can see here, as soon as I selected deduction and other, there is the option of tag contribution. Contribution means the part that will be given by the employer actually. What happens in case of PF? The amount is deducted from the salary of the employee, but the same amount is also given by the owner in the PF account of the employee. So you can date wise you can give the contribution here. Is any upper limit is there, so you can define it. Debited and credited you can define here. You know, we have given the accounting option, so it's asking us the debit, and debit means obviously it's an expense for us, and credit we will tag it with the PF collected from the employee. So this is the accounting. We can create more of the components. Let's say mobile reimbursement. It's an adjustment. Adjustment can be plus and minus. Account to be debited. It's, let's say, absolute amount you are calculating. Default, if you want to specify, you can specify here. Otherwise, you can specify in the master of the employee. So this default configuration will actually go to the master of the employee, but you have the option to change there. Now the employee group is there. You can create group like different departments, IT department, account department, HR department, and marketing department, and you can tag it with the employee. So you'll directly go to the employee. This is the master of the employee. Let's say employee 1. So all these things you need to fill: designation, father name, and all these details, gender, mobile number, PAN number, working or resigned. If resigned, resign date. Salary mode, monthly. Bonus applicable, overtime applicable, yes or no. Now the salary structure, employee wise you can define with effect from the first. Basic is 10,000. Then there is a DA. See, by default it is picking the value what I have defined in the DA master, but here I can change it employee by employee. So it's very much configurable. It's picking the default value everywhere, but we have the right to change each and everything. Let's say I'm saying 1000 is deducted. So this is the configuration. Now the payment mode of the employee. See, again by default option it's picked automatically here, but I can change it here. Say monthly salary, I have freeze that with the bank transfer, but employee by employee I can change it. Even if I saying bank transfer, it's by default picking the bank one, but I can change it employee by employee. So bonus, what is this payment mode and overtime? It's again configurable. So I'll show you one more thing in the employee master. See the passport visa detail. You can also feed this because I have enabled this option. That's why it is asking me these required fields. Now there is a voucher configuration. You need to do that before you put this salary calculation. In the salary calculation, there are the salary component. You can define the structure here that should match actually the structure of the employee. Let's say basic, DA, HRA. We have not given TA there, but in the structure we can give TA. Suppose somebody is having TA, somebody is not having TA, but we want to put their salary in the one series only, then we need to define it. If the structure of the employee is basic, HRA, then DA, then this structure won't suit that employee. You need to create one more series of the salary component and create one more structure. Mobile reimbursement, PF, you can save it. So now the salary calculation, we'll come to the salary calculation. Series, date, salary, bonus, overtime or leave, whatever you are doing, monthly salary for the month of April. Let's say on the 1st of May we are giving salary for the April. Number of days it will pick automatically. See, by default it is taking bank transfer. Here again I can change it. By default it is taking bank one. I can change it. So this is the receiving bank and mine bank is bank one. Again this is changeable here. Now anything narration you can write and you will press this button, show list. Now only those employee will be shown here. Please listen carefully. Only those employee will be shown here who are tagged with monthly salary and who are tagged with bank one. If you are having two banks of the employee, then you need to post two separate voucher. So this report is filtered automatically. Only monthly salary and bank one. This will be triggered here. Now see the structure, warning, everything is warned here. If you are doing anything wrong, it will show you. Cannot be included as column specified in voucher series and employee salary structure do not match. Salary structure not specified. So if the structure is not matching with the voucher configuration, you will not be able to post the voucher for that particular employee. So let's see the structure. See, what is our structure? Is the basic, DA, HRA, PF and mobile reimbursement. So the basic, DA, HRA. If somebody is having transport allowance also, you need to create one more series. Basic, DA, HRA, PF and mobile reimbursement. Let's see the configuration, something we are missing there. See, the salary is calculated now. I'll show you what was the problem there. Let me explain it to you. So here actually I was giving the structure with the 1st of December, but we are doing salary for the 1st of May for the month of April. So we'll come to the transaction again. Date wise structure actually you need to specify. If you are doing it for the month of April, you must specify that for the month of April. Okay. So this was nice finding for us. We'll select the employee and the salary is calculated. Now just you need to employee code, it will pick from the alias of the employee. You need to specify the unpaid days. He is not allowed to entitle the salary for the 2 days. You will specify 2 days here. Everything is calculated automatically here. You can see the structure here. Basic DA calculated accordingly as per the 2 days deducted. Employee 1, what is the gross salary, net payable, and CTC. Means in CTC we have included the contribution part. So mobile reimbursement is also there. You can save it. Now also as per the structure of the busy, you can print the salary slip. It's configurable. You can design it also. So for the employees you can print this, and this is configurable in document designing. Pay slip you can design here, your own format. Now what are the other reports? Payroll reports. So registers are there. Bank advice, that you need to give instruction to your bank for the payment of salary. So bank account number it will pick from the employee master. So you can sign it and send it to bank. There is a full and final settlement voucher also. If somebody has resigned, I showed you in the master of the employee, if somebody has resigned, is working or resigned, if he is resigned, there is the option of full and final settlement of the salary. You can see full and final settlement. It will take into account only those employee who has resigned, and after full and final settlement there will be no posting for that employee. Means the account is freezed. So there is a separate reporting for the full and final settlement there. So we'll come to the statutory parts in the payroll. Let's enable the TDS in the main company, and we'll come to the enterprise payroll part. You can enable TDS in the salary now. Professional tax, PF reporting, PF account number you can define here. Authorized name, ESI reporting you can define. All these information you can fill here, required for the statutory reporting. In the employee master also you can tag these things, relevant fields. TDS details, you can see the structure. It seems to be complicated, but it's quite easy for those who are in accounting. So what you need to do as an implementer, as a busy partner, what you need to do, you need to take the account personnel or the HR manager to this screen, the TDS detail. They can understand it very easily. It's their language, their structure. They can freeze the things here. So this is for the accountant and for the HR manager. They can freeze the things here. They know how to freeze the things there. So this is the TDS detail, employee by employee. You can freeze it. And in payroll reports, there is a PF ESR e-return, and there is a ESI e-return also in the specified format. You need template for that. government specified template you need to specify. Okay, so these are the reporting for the payroll. Both are similar in display and your printing. So this was the payroll configuration in Busy. You need to first configure in the feature and option, then the component of the cell you need to specify, then you need to specify the employee master. Voucher configuration is also there, and then the salary calculation. This is the voucher configuration. Numbering, everything else you can specify. But one more thing I would like to highlight here is that we have integrated our payroll with the accounting. So a separate accounting is posted here. You can see the journal voucher is automatically posted here. And you cannot change anything here. Save button is disabled, means it is linked with the salary voucher. Whenever you will make any changes in the salary voucher, it will be highlighted here only. So these two things are interrelated actually. So you cannot delete also from here. If you delete your salary calculation voucher, it will be deleted from here. So it's very much integrated with the salary calculation voucher. Now we'll come to the web-based reporting. So very powerful tool. This is part of our Busy 14 Enterprise Edition. The concept is when you are not in your office and you want to view your reports on browser. Good thing is that on browser you don't need Busy to be installed on your machine. Just a browser, Google Chrome. It can be Internet Explorer. It can be Mozilla, Safari for Apple. And you need to go to website busyonline.in and you can give your username and password and you can view the reports. It will work with both SQL and Access database, and no static IP required. It will work on dynamic IP also. And the company level restriction are there, means nobody can view the reports of other company or other user. I will show you how it actually works. So you need a separate software to be installed, Busy server. It's with the CD of the Busy always. You need to install that. Okay. So this is the configuration. One more option, web server, is added in that. This is our old software. Busy server is not the new software. It was doing the SMS email query and the auto backup. One more option, web server, is added here. We'll go to there. There's a configuration part. So you need to do that on the server machine, and you need to define your port. See, there are multiple ports here. So what does it mean? These are the IP6 and IP4. All the ports that are configured here for the internet are shown here in the drop down. These ports can be for the Hamachi, for the LAN card. If you are having more than one LAN card, it will show you more than one ports. It will show you the Wi-Fi ports. Now how to choose the port? You need to specify that port where the internet is coming on LAN. I'll show you. Let's say my internet is coming on my Wi-Fi connection. So this is the connection I'm using. I will check the IP here. So you need to give some IP there. It cannot work on the automatic mode. IP4. So you need to specify here the IP address. This is very crucial. If you are not specifying your IP address here, you won't be able to use that connection. And you need broadband connection. As I told you, don't need internet connection, or you don't need static IP for that. Any internet connection with the dynamic IP you can use, but it should be broadband connection. And you need to specify this for that working. Your local IP address that you can specify here for the working of the software. You can select that port here where the internet is coming on your LAN card. Then TCP port. By default port is 81. we will guide you that only 81 port should be used, although you can change it because 81 port is by default open in the firewall. So 81 port you can specify here. Now in your internet connection, you need to port forward your 81 port on this IP. Suppose your static IP is 122.156.128.99 and your local IP for this machine is 192.168.1.22. Even if you are not having static IP, suppose you are having dynamic IP, but this machine is having this IP on your LAN card, then you need to go to your router, give the username and password, forward this port 81 to this IP, or you can discuss this with your network manager or your internet provider that you need to forward this port on your router or modem. You can forward port 81 to this, means any request which is going to that internet, it will be forwarded. If it is on 81 port, it will be forwarded to this IP. Now you need to register user. Username and password you need to give. This will be registered at our machine. See, there are one username and two type of password. One password for the management reporting. As a part of the management, I can view the ledger of any of the party. But party, they need to view their ledger only. So this is the difference. I'll give you both the password. Both these passwords should be different. Cannot be same. Now the party password. You need to register that. You can check availability also, whether this is available or not. If it's taken by some other user, you cannot register it. Although you can change your password and you can unregister yourself. Unregister means that username and password will be removed from our server. Now the company is in your database on which you want management reporting or party reporting support. In this company you want only management reporting, and in this company you want only party reporting. These company were picked from the configuration. You can start the service now from this database. It can be SQL also. You can configure your SQL mode also by logging into it. It can be Access or SQL. So service has been started. So this is the basic configuration. I'll show you one more time. I'll stop the service. I'll go back to configuration. You need to give the IP address of the LAN card on which internet is coming. You need to specify port. By default 81 port should be there. Then on your router you need to forward this 81 port to this local IP. If the IP is automatic on this machine, this option won't work. Then you need to register yourself, select the company, and you need to start the service. Okay, service is started. Now to view the reports, you need some other internet connection. Means on the same internet connection, you cannot view the reports. If I am having 10 computers on my premises and I am having one internet connection only, then I can configure this web server reporting, but on those 10 computers I won't be able to use it. Means any other internet connection, not on the same internet connection, I can use data card, I can go to any other office, I can go to my home, I can use public internet connection to view this report, but not on the same internet connection. So I have configured this in the one more machine. So I will show you from there. This is the website. You need to give the username and password. This password is now can be management, can be party password. Now you need to select the company. On that machine, see, now I am showing you from some other machine, because on the same internet connection I cannot use this reporting. So I have one more server in our office. There I have configured only one company, the year, username for that company, the password, and see, you want to see the account ledger. It will show you the drop down there. Which account ledger you want to see, you can select from here. Anyone you can select which you want to see. Date you can give, stock status also you can see, day book also you can see. So this is the reporting is working online. Now I will show you the configuration in the busy actually. So as I told you, this is the part of our enterprise edition. In that company, there is a check from within inside also. You need to enable web-based reporting, you need to enable party-wise reporting. If it is no, for this company, there cannot be any party-wise reporting. So there are checks from within the busy also. Now, where to give the password for that party? Party password you can specify here. For web-based reporting, whether allowed to this party or not. If allowed, what is the username and password for this particular party? You can specify it. So party-wise party, you can specify it. Main user, let's come to the main user of the company as a part of the management. Let's create one more user. Here also there is the option to this user don't allow web-based reporting. As a part of a management, if you are entering as a part of a management, this user, he won't be able to see the web-based reporting. Here you can specify. So we'll come to the, this is the configuration from within busy itself. Section controls are there. So like this you can view the reports. So there are stock status report also, there is a day book also. These are the initial report, but we will give you later more on reports like the outstanding analysis. Now I am logging as a party, not as a part of the management. Here I will give my party password. This is not the password, user password. This is not that I will show you in busy. This is not this user. We don't need to tell this user and password to the party. This is the password that the party will give. Here I will show you this password. They need to specify. So they will be able to see their account ledger. They can give the date and they can view only their report. That's it. So this is the web-based reporting. Is very fast. You can see on browser it's running so fast. No busy is required. On browser you can use data card or simple internet connection to view the reports. So this is the web-based reporting in busy 14. And today we have covered the soft lock. There was some technical issue with the soft lock and might be antivirus is creating the problem. We will fix it out very soon. And we have seen the payroll configuration. We have seen the web-based reporting also. So any queries you can connect to our support department. You can write to support@busy.in, and you can also call us on our customer support number, or you can join us on Skype. That is the busy.support to know more about busy 14. And this is just the first of the webinar for the busy 14. We will have 2 or 3 more webinar, and soon I will schedule the webinar. I will send you the link to register. And thank you everybody for joining. Bye bye.